When I was in Lagos, I was working with this person. I was working at an advertising agency. I told my boss one day that I was really sick and I needed to go. She's like, no, you're fine. I had to open up to her that, madam, I'm not fine, yo. Kini is doing me strong thing. And then she sat me down and then asked me, she's like, wow, have you been coping? I'm like, Jesus is the advantage. Yeah. Because I didn't have any.
Period, ladies. Welcome back to MPC, my period Chronicles, and I am one of your hosts, Vijemi at Daydreaming. Okay, so we saved the best for the last. We're here with the first lady. She's in building. Nora Stone is
Thank
here.
you for having me.
Yes, honestly speaking, and we are actually honored to have you share your story because we know that considering what you do and kind of person you are, a lot of people will get to hear you and learn about it. So before we even started recording, you've been giving me. I had to stop you, like,
right.
And now wait, let's start recording first. So I really would want you to share your story first before we get to that because this is a powerful podcast. Yeah. We are representing millions of women out there that have not been given this platform to share their story. And some of them even think they're the only ones going through this because people make them feel like they are over exaggerating their experiences. Yeah. So please let the world know, how is it like?
It's actually a talk of war. Literally, a talk of war. I don't get to see my period like 12 times the way normal lady should. I have very, very irregular periods. Like I could see my period 5 times a year. And it's been a thing of concern like right from when I started seeing my period. Really. And then I go to the hospital, what's wrong? Do I have fibroids, PCOS? What exactly is the problem? I need to tell you how draining it is for you to actually continuously bleed for over a month. When it's not like I gave birth or something.
Even if you give birth.
Right? I'm actually, the truth is I am scared about childbirth because if I could see my period for over a month when it's just menstruation, what then happens when I give birth and then you literally have to like bleed out and all of that? It scares me. It has not happened yet, but it's scary me. I could literally see my period in June and then see for June till the end of June, from the beginning of the month to the end of June, then maybe into 3, 4, 5 days in July, and then for August, September, October, November, maybe November. Then it comes waltzing into my life like, yo, I'm back. I'm here. You get, it is so rude. Do you know how that feels?
Oh my goodness.
Jesus, nah.
Initially when you said you only see a period like 5 times a year, I was like, I want that.
No, you don't. Trust me, you do not want it. It is not something I wish on anybody. I had to see a gynecologist.
So what exactly
was the problem? It wasn't PCOS, it wasn't fibroid, it wasn't diabetes.
It wasn't any of this.
It wasn't any of this.
And you're still going through it. So there's no explanation of what
and
you're
then
doing.
and then the gynecologist said, do you have somebody in
I was about to ask
your
that.
family,
There's someone in your family goes through
that has this thing? And then I'm like, yes. My mom actually is like this.
Okay.
And then when she started giving birth, it stopped. Kind of like regulated itself and all of that. But sometimes, here and there, sometimes she still has.
It happens again.
Yeah, a couple of times it comes and then like that. And I'm like, no, then there has to be a cure, a solution for this thing. Because if it's not fibroid, it's not PCOS, if it's not ovarian,
there needs to be an explanation.
And then I think it's hormonal imbalance. And then this is something this is actually very recent. I've been visiting the gynecologist for a while now. And then I have to go back to see the gynecologist for the hormonal test on the 2nd day of my next period. So this is really very big for me, but I'm going to put this out there because I feel like a lot of women are going through that right now. I've been seeing my period since December. I got sick and then it stopped at some point when I was taking injections and drips and all of that.
Oh my god.
Stopped for like 4 or 5 days, and then on the 19th of January I started spotting again, and then I started bleeding.
Okay.
And then I told myself, nah, this is not going to continue. Right? So I'm actually on a drug right now that has subsided all of that. So it stops the abnormal flow of bleeding. It's actually contraceptive. I have to take it every day. And then now it has actually stopped the bleeding, right? So I have to wait for the next menstrual cycle, the second day, to visit the gynecologist. Then I can do the hormonal test. I personally feel that if it's not hormonal imbalance, then it has to do with my gene.
Yeah, so right?
Genetics.
I don't know what
It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in, I know.
How do you go on living like
a normal person? I would like to. I have over time come to get used to the fact that this is what happens. So once my period periods could be really rude. Trust me, very rude. They just creep into your life like, yo, what's up? I've been away for a very, very long time. I'm back. I get unnecessarily angry, moody, cravings. It feels like it's a community thing on its own, to be honest.
She said it's a community.
Because yes, I'm angry, I'm not angry, I'm moody, I'm not moody.
There's what
I want to eat roasted watermelon. I want to eat boiled banana, fried shawarma. It's a whole.
I'm sorry, I had to laugh.
It's crazy. I tell you, it's crazy.
Well, I think people should know when a woman is going through this. That's the reactions to what is happening inside of you should be expected. Okay, so honestly, if you're with what you're going through, whenever you're angry, I will walk you. I'll say,
Yes,
I
I do. I need all the hugs I can get.
Oh my god.
And sometimes I tend to lose weight when these things happen. And now, yes, that's another thing. Your size, weight could actually be another factor.
Okay.
Into this whole thing. Diabetes could actually be a problem too. So sometimes when you're overweight, I think it tells on your monthly cycle.
It's really beautiful how you know so much.
I had to because I mean
it's
a
happening
thing.
to you.
Yes, it's happening to me. So I had to read more about it. I had to talk to my doctors, talk to gynecologists. I needed to really sit down and know what is going on. You needed to, like, my hand was literally in my mouth when I was doing the whole the ultrasound section, and then they were searching. Let me see if you have fibroid. I'm like, Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit.
Look at me, I'm trying to assimilate everything.
I'm very happy, as much as I'm not happy that you're in this position. This woman makes it's valid, but she makes me circles when she's on that. It's giant circles. So it's
Cut the system.
Of course.
It's never funny. Sometimes I don't feel my legs.
Okay.
So I when I'm on my period, I don't go out. I shouldn't even bother trying to go out. It's not going to
At
work.
some point in my life, earlier, like some early point in my life, when I stopped my period, I think the first and second period. There was a point in my life where I would actually take injections to reduce the pain because I would be really in pain.
Yeah.
Like I literally fold myself and then it's something else.
I cannot do it.
Nah. And then Felvin and Buscopan was my best friend.
No, at a point that wasn't working for me.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Well, I stopped.
Over time.
I stopped. I stopped. I had to stop. Well, I must be honest, the pain that comes with the period has actually subsided. I don't get to feel pain the way I used to feel pain when I was in secondary school. Jesus, when I'm on my period, everybody.
Well, no.
And it was
Back
so
then it was cool
embarrassing. Like, it was really embarrassing.
It shouldn't be. But it shouldn't even be. It shouldn't be embarrassing.
I used to take different positions.
I understand. It was only when I earlier started that I used to have like cramps. So that's why I just thought, oh, that's not alright.
Oh no, the cramps were really terrible for me. They were so terrible that at some point when it comes, I'd actually take injections. Like a nurse would come around and give me injections to just pacify me and make me feel calm and all of that. It was terrible.
And then you finally be able to sleep.
Yes.
Like, you feel like, okay, I'm actually.
At that time, my mom would say, go and take grandpa, tie your tummy, lie on the floor. Right?
And after all of this, somebody will not ask what you bring to the table. But like, that's fine.
I am safe.
Alright, guys, recall that my period chronicles, like they're heavy on the chronicles. So you guys keep sending your stories to us, mpc@chocolate.com, or you can visit our social media pages and engage with us there. So right now we want to take a story. Someone submitted a chronicle and we'd like to share it so you guys can learn more.
Okay, so this is Shay from Kaduna. Hi, Shay. Shay says, so my period was never regular. I feel your pain, sis. I never knew when it would come, and I never used to have symptoms like cramps, so it would just come like an unwelcome visitor. I told you, yeah, it wasn't the way to your life. So in my 200 level, I remember I went to church and I kept on feeling some type of way. I knew my period had probably started. So at the end of the service, I was heading to the cafeteria with my friends and I felt the blood running down my thighs. Yo, I have been in this situation before. And because you don't have a specific date. I was in church actually, like this too, and then I ran. Yeah, it was really embarrassing. Oh. I'm so sorry, Shay. In my mind, I was like, I'm finished. So I changed my course and started heading to my hall. Thank God for the dress I wore that day. It was long. I now had to hold it out in front of me so blood would not get on it while I was walking. The Cinderella walk I was doing that day. I can honestly feel your pain. Do you know that I had to go out at some point one day and then I was wearing a black jean. I was in the car. I came down. Of course, the black always hides your secret, but the black could not hold the velocity of the blood. Jesus. I came down from the car and the seat was terribly stained. I was so embarrassed.
I've actually been in that position. I was traveling all the way from Abuja to Bayelsa and it started. And the bus had issues. So I got to Bayelsa past midnight and I was soaked from my waist down. Like I threw the dress, like there's no point trying to wash it.
Right? No, there was nothing. And she said, I was almost at my hall when the blood actually started staining my dress. I'm so sorry, baby. Praise the Lord, it was lunch time and everyone was headed to the cafeteria. Yeah, she has to praise the Lord. You know how embarrassing that thing is. Well, thankfully it has become regular now and I can avoid situations like this. I would really like to know how Shay got her periods to be regular, to be honest. But Shay, I totally understand every single thing that you have written here, that you have shared. I have been in the shoe.
You've lived
time,
you've seen
and time again. Like it keeps happening. So, but the good thing is now I don't know if it's growth and development thing for this, but now
it's like
now
character
when I'm about to see my period, my breast is full.
Yeah,
I get moody. I start spotting. Yes, I start spotting, and then I'm like,
okay. So what happens to people who have like different symptoms? I have different symptoms every month. Some months is the on some months I'm just angry, and I'm me, I'm a bit slower. I'm just angry. On some months I'm just craving something. Sometimes I don't even have like cramps at all. I'm just craving. On some months it's itching. My body just begins to itch out of the blue, and I didn't even know that was a symptom until last year. It is apparently. I was just itching and itching, and I told my friend, I don't know, I'm reacting to somebody.
This is the first time I'm hearing.
Is your period coming? I said, yeah, it's around the corner. She said it's probably your period, and immediately my period came. It actually stopped. I didn't know.
But I know that my weird cravings come into play. I then get very moody. I'm just really irritated by anything and everything.
I'm irritated, I'm heavy, like I can't move. So when the pain kicks in, I don't like people seeing me.
Oh, I forgot. I always shine. Like I look extremely beautiful.
Oh,
yeah.
But you cannot show it to the one.
You get
in your house.
So Shay, I am so sorry that you have to go through all of this. I'm really, really glad that your period is not regular. I wish you could actually share how
secrets.
Yes.
How she made it regular.
How she made it regular. I swear.
If you can just share how to make it less than 7 days, anything to make it less than that.
I wish if there was something I could do to make it less than 7 days, or less than a month in my case.
Wow. I thought I had I look at her and I'm like, sister,
you have
gone through.
Yeah. I think every woman just always has that one thing that's crazy about their period, no matter how good it is for people. So there was one time when my friends were talking about how I'm lucky with my period. I'm like, are you sure? And I used to brag that I'm God's favorite because like I don't have issues and everything. But then I now thought about it. People see their periods like 12 times a year. I see mine like 20 to 24 times every year.
Why on earth do you have to see a period 24 times?
Like,
What's
have you
going on?
checked?
Okay, Tutu, what's going on?
There's
What's going
nothing
on?
wrong.
Really?
I see it twice a month. It's now. So as I got older, I decided to space out. She has experienced it because there was
Like
one time.
beginning and the end of the month?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I have that reminds me. I have a friend. Well, I was in university. She could see her period twice in a month. Like if it comes, now the thing is, if it comes very early,
The first
the
week.
month, and the first week of the month,
Expected the last week.
she expected the last.
Exactly.
I don't
Exactly.
hard at all.
And it's 3 days old. It's just 3 days, but
You're lucky.
it's not luck.
It's 3 days.
Just
I would give an arm if to have my period for 3 days.
forget it. Trust me.
Okay.
Man.
Guys, we actually have to stop here.
We could go on and on. She has so
Right.
much content. I feel like I just want her to keep talking. Yes,
Keep
I'm
telling
just-
us, give us the gist. Okay, but seriously, we were supposed to talk about period names.
Yes.
That's what brought us here.
That's true.
We have the
We're
real.
supposed to talk about period names.
Okay, let's talk briefly. Let's touch on period. Why is period called period? But really, why is it called period? Have we thought about it?
It's the duration of time when you
Really, is that why?
Oh,
I think if you
it's menstruation.
if you read about it, right? If you Google this, period, the name period actually started. It's a Greek word, peri and kodos.
She did her research.
Oh, I
You know.
did my right? And peri means around.
Okay.
The hodos means way or path. And over time, it became like the Latin. Actually, it became a Latin word, periodus, which means finding a path, like around the path. And then the word period itself started, I think, around the 1800s.
Okay.
Right. So people started using the word
Period.
period.
Well, let's come to the Nigerian sense.
Yeah.
Your visitor is here.
There's so many names you call it.
And flow.
Girl flu. And to be honest, it is enough to be called girl flu. I mean, to be very honest, thinking
So
about
like
it,
sick around
thinking
the
about
period.
it, you get sick.
Yeah, literally. So
You're literally sick.
is it safe to say that every woman gets sick once a month?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I think so.
You're not
So
physically ill, you're
we
mentally
literally
ill
get-
or emotionally ill somehow. So
Yes, really.
This is part of the reason I work remotely. Because how do I explain to my boss
Why you're not
that
at work?
I cannot come to work? Like, how do I tell you that it's my period? Like,
When
so
I was
you do
when
your
I was
work.
in Lagos, I was working with this person. I was working at an advertising agency, and I told my boss one day that I was really sick and I needed to go. She's like, "Nora, you're fine." I had to open up to her that
Madam,
I'm not fine, yo. Kini is doing me strong thing. And then she sat me down and then asked me, she's like, "Wow,
I know.
have you been coping?" I'm like, Jesus is the advantage.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have anything to say. It was great.
This is why we should mandate period. Period.
That's another idea. We are going to talk about
Hashtag mandate period leave.
Honestly.
Okay, but at this point, we have to go. Oh God, I can't believe we have to go. So guys, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
We still need
Please
your
tell
comments.
Shay to share how.
We don't know Shay now.
We really don't know
Shay
Shay.
is listening, I'm sure Shay is
I'm very sure
Okay.
she'll be listening to this.
Wherever
Shay, if
you
you're
are.
seeing this, please
Tell this woman.
tell me.
But really, we are laughing about it.
It's not.
But it's not funny.
It's not.
It's not funny.
It's not.
So this feels more like an advocacy than just a podcast, right? Where we want people to listen and we want other women to know that, babe, whatever it is they are going through, we are not so similar, right?
Yeah.
Our experience is completely different.
Different.
You're like the itching part. Oh, I've never had that.
Yes. Like
So-
itching.
Your entire body.
Tutu.
But me,
Do you go out when you're itching?
like, how do you do this?
I can
Actually work. It's okay, we understand. You know, sometimes we also cannot express what it is we are going to, but we're here to say that we understand.
Yeah.
Okay, and we hear you. So please share your stories. Thank you so much for listening.
Bye guys.
Next time on My Period Chronicles.
Have sex close to your period or have sex during your period.
Really?
Then someone said choose and lose.
Yes,
Like you got it. And chew it.
Oh my god.
Take alcohol, ogogoro, to be precise. Someone said drink cold water with curry.
Ladies, let's